Consumer Quarterback Show powered by the Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. Quick shout out to our friends over at West Coast Windows. Our friend Brian does a great job cleaning our windows on our real estate properties, commercial, residential. West Coast Windows, West Coast premier window cleaning, residential and commercial properties. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers on the Consumer Quarterback Show roster there. We'd love to help you. All right, buying, selling, or investing, reach out to the team. We're going to help you win in your negotiations. Certified negotiation expert as well. Coming up here, Fred Muth, Tampa Screens and Aluminum. We're going to do some pitch and catching here, talk about commercial or the residential side, the construction side here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. A couple of hot listings, though, before we do. We always like to feature our real estate properties on air. Strategy is to help sellers sell faster for more money. Great opportunities here in Tampa Bay. Check out this property on Rustling Wind Road. Got 4.5 acres for sale up in Brooksville. This one's a pretty cool opportunity here at 4.5 acres, Rustling Wind Road, Brooksville. No HOA or CDD. Just a stone's throw away from a myriad of modern amenities, short drive to dining options, shopping. Great opportunity to own real estate, Rustling Wind Road in Brooksville. One of our vacant land listings. We got about a dozen or so vacant land listings as well, 20 acres. We have lots of different land options if you're looking to buy and build. We'd love to talk to you about that. Some great opportunities here in Tampa Bay. Now, single-family homes, we've got a great opportunity for you here at 7300 Southwind Drive. We've got a motivated seller, just did a price reduction on Southwind Drive. 7300 Southwind is 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1726 square feet. It offers a perfect blend of comfort and luxury in a tranquil setting. It's nestled on a double lot, so you got a double lot here, circular driveway, huge pool. The pool is 18 by 30 foot pool surrounded by a generous patio and covered seating spaces. You have a little tiki bar out back, beautiful. Nice conservation views with palm trees. Great opportunity. Now, what I love about Sea Pines as well, the community is called Sea Pines. You have access to the Gulf of Mexico via the Community Association boat ramp. And you can see all of our real estate listings at platinumcoastalelite.com. Fred Muth, Tampa Screens and Aluminum. Welcome back, sir.
Hello, Brandon. Thank you for welcoming me back with such enthusiasm in your voice. You're a very enthusiastic individual, and I like that.
We love it, man.
If I'm down and out, I call you, and you bring me right back to normal.
That's right. You can call me. You can call me if you need a friend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, so we during the break that we were talking about some of the questions and answers in our business. It's aluminum construction. We're not building bridges. It's fairly simple until you get into some of the specifications, products, designs, this and that and the other. I am the person that enjoys the questions from the client. The client that has a list of questions when I pull up to the job site gives me a big smile on my face because I know for a fact that they've done their homework and I can answer 99% of the questions. Sometimes there's one in there that I have to research. What people should know in our business, there's different types of fasteners, there's different types of screen fabrics, there's roof designs that are different, there's different size structural gutters, different size downspouts, and all of these variables can add into the equation on providing a bid. What we do see quite often, we do the bid, and I'm speccing out what we're going to do, and then I may lose the job to another competitor, and then at some point the client will send me the specs on how bad I lost the job to see what I did differently, and there's a specific difference in the product. We may be off by 15 or 20%, but there's a reason for it. Tampa Screens doesn't want to sell a limited quality product to bring the price down. We don't operate like that. And, if you're looking for limited quality, yes, there are contractors out there that will give you basically what you want. And I'm not knocking them, but there's a jack for every Jill is what I always say to everybody in this business. So I advise most homeowners to please ask the questions, whether you deal with myself or somebody else from Tampa Screens or even another contractor. Don't go into it with unanswered questions because the problems will occur on the back end when the big surprise comes out because somebody didn't understand exactly what they were getting. And I see it all the time. But, we really do our best to be very, very transparent on the estimate to make sure that everybody's on the same page. And I guess you see that as well in your business with real estate. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, sir. Yep. You got it. Well, first of all, I love the questions. I love that you say that too. When you have, when you have a consumer, a buyer looking to, ask those questions. I mean, it's such a blessing for the sales associate. Because now you have a engaged prospect, someone that is wanting to earnestly learn more about the product or service, and I think that's just a key as a consumer too, being open to asking those questions. And if you don't know what questions to ask, sometimes just say, hey, what should I be asking? What are other people asking about?
Yeah, and there are clients that are extremely apprehensive about asking the questions, assuming that there may be like a conflict between the client and the salesperson. As a matter of fact, I met one the other day. The client was extremely timid, and I specifically said, I need to know what your questions are on this job. And I sat down. And she loosened up, and she asked me about 25 questions. I loved it. And that way, we know that job is going to go very well. I sold the job, and on the back end, there's going to be no questions whatsoever on the back end.
Oh, wow. Yeah, if you just join us, folks, we're talking with Fred Muth, Tampa Screens and Aluminum. He can build all your screen rooms, your pool enclosures, patios, porches. Seems like there's a lot of names for that lanai, aren't there, Fred?
Well, yeah, there are. People move here from the great north, and they say, I want a lanai. And I'll say, okay, now let's talk about what you think a lanai is versus what I may think a lanai is. And, I get a chuckle out of them because not everybody understands the exact concept of a lanai. A lanai can specifically be a pool enclosure. It can be a screen room. It can be the standard patio that's built into the house, screening that in. It can be an addition with maybe some type of an aluminum roof and a screen underneath, or just even some people will want the roof only without the screen. So the term lanai is an extremely generic term, and I do find that the majority of the people that request a quote for a lanai, they come from the north because they know that people move to Florida and they're enjoying their lanai, and they're not really clear what it is. And that's another interesting part of my job is to find out exactly what the customer is looking for. In most cases, they're looking for the in-between space between the inside and the outside of the yard. Thank you for giving me that term, Brandon. That's one of your terms that you've coined.
My pleasure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I meant to ask you, Fred, how's the aluminum market? What are you seeing in terms of supply chain? Because I know you got these Houthi rebels out there disturbing shipping in the Red Sea and Middle East and other areas. Is that affecting your industry?
I don't believe it is yet, but however, I have heard rumor that there's going to be an increase in material pricing, material being extrusion, aluminum extrusion, because there is going to be increased tariffs. And I don't know any more than that. And I can't even guess at what the time frame could be. I believe that I just may get a notice someday that the prices have changed, the tariffs in effect. So that's a concern to me because I'm looking at 14, 15 jobs that I bid in the past couple of weeks, and if they're ready to go and the tariff hits, it's a tough situation. Sometimes you have to adjust your pricing, and I don't want that to be the case. But as far as the materials, being disturbed, delivery of materials being disturbed by what's going on in the Middle East, I don't think there's anything at all that's affecting us now, and I hope I'm not jinxing myself.
Yeah, we hope we don't end up in a World War III predicament, but it seems like things are moving that way.
Yeah.
Seems like they're.
No, don't bring me down. Don't bring me down.
I know it, right? Fred,
let's not talk about that.
So, Fred, what else do we need to know when it comes to Tampa Screens and Aluminum? You got the opportunity to add value to the home, usability to the home, enjoyment to the home. What else are you seeing?
Well, that's it. People move to Florida. Let's say the small cookie cutter, 2,200 square feet, and that's a 3-2, and it's got a 2-car garage, and it's got a little patio on the back. They want another 900 or 1,000 square feet on the back to enjoy. And what I do see is that's a common scenario, by the way. Them numbers. What I do see, they put the patio up, and 60% of the time with entertainment is out on the patio, not necessarily inside the house. So that, people come to Florida for that reason. I mean, let's face it, the weather's fantastic here. Even if it drops down to 30 degrees this coming Sunday, the weather's still fantastic here, no matter what, compared to many other places in the country. So the in-between space is very versatile. You get to use it, parties, entertainment. We've built these things for children to play their sports. I got one in particular that's underway right now. It's being built specifically for the customer has a couple of greyhounds, retired greyhounds, and she's building this with a dog run on the inside for her greyhounds. There's a lot of reasons, a lot of uniqueness in our business, and that's what keeps me going. And I believe I do enjoy the challenge of trying to design something based around what the client is looking for. And next week coming up, I'll have 4 or 5 more like that I'll have to design based on their specific needs. And we did one recently where the entire inside was AstroTurf. It was probably about a 2,000 square foot enclosure, and the customer actually poured a patio slab in there at 15 by 10 and put up a basketball hoop for his kids, and it's just beautiful. And they're out there playing. Then when they're done playing ball, they go and they hang out on the AstroTurf, and he's not worried about the bugs because there's no bugs coming in on the AstroTurf, and they can run around. They're younger children. They can run around. They can throw the football inside and fall down and not hurt themselves. I just love it. It's what we see in our business is it gives you a lot of incentive to go out and give the estimate for the next project.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what it's all about. The lifestyle, the family, supporting the community, being a part of the community. Fred Muth, Tampa Screens and Aluminum, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Fred, how do you want people to connect with you?
813-960-7064 is usually the best way. You could also go to tampascreensandaluminum.com. And I always like to mention that we do give a discount for veterans and medical workers, and anybody that has some type of service-related police,
first responders, things of that nature
in their background. Yeah, we're gonna give you a little break on that.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Fred. We appreciate you. Thanks for the update.
Great to talk to you. Bye-bye.
All right. Taking a quick break. Coming back, Alex Lima, black belt, fitness and martial arts. We're going to talk self-defense and other topics as well here. Consumer Quarterback Show. Check us out online at consumerqb.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon runs. Knock out your gun.